Oh, look at this. How about a caiman next to Chinese box turtle? We call it Cayman Creek, but it's Marge's house, to be perfectly honest. She does have that hole there, but I'm not gonna do anything to it because I don't wanna close anything in. If she does in fact not make it, I don't know. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Hanging out here with our favorite snapping turtle. It is Marge. She is as spunky as ever and still just transfixed by me. I love this girl so much. Now, what you guys may not know is that recently Marge went viral on our Instagram page and our Facebook. She's just incredible. She was actually balancing on my foot. She actually climbed up my foot, hung out with me. She is the most personable animal, I think, that I have here at the camp. You know, she wants to bite my nose. Yes, she does. Oh my God, what are you doing, Margie Cakes? Oh, baby. This girl is just so funny. Now, why do some turtles do this? We know Otis from Garden State Turtle and Tortoise, and of course, Marge. They both behave in such a unique way. They are just transfixed by their owners. Marge always comes up to me like this. Whenever I come out, she is super excited. Now, the simplest answer is she just wants me to give her food, and she's figured out that I am, in fact, the one that brings the good stuff. So that's pretty much it. But it is interesting how she does lock on to me, almost like she is completely looking deep into my soul. Here's my fingers she wants, but here we go. Look at her go. I mean, have you guys ever seen another snapping turtle like this? She's going after my fingers, everyone. Oh my gosh, what a lunatic. Now, a few months ago, you guys know that we brought Marge to the wildlife sanctuary, friends, and to the vet just to see what was going on with her plastron. She had some issues, and they gave me some really disturbing news. They did a CT scan on her, and they said their lungs were just compromised and filled with fungus, and she probably wouldn't live very much longer. But here we are months later, and she's doing fantastic. These are very primitive and tough animals. Snapping turtles live in very just incredibly swampy, stagnant water for the most part, and they've got very good immune systems. Let's have a look at her. Look at this. It's healing. That is incredible. The large tumor-like object that was on her plastron has scabbed over. It actually fell off. So clearly that is not something that is bothering her much anymore. She does have that hole there, but I'm not going to do anything to it because I don't want to close anything in. She may have an infection. I don't know. If she does in fact not make it, at least she's lived her best possible life here at the camp. Now, she'll walk over here. She's been doing so much funny stuff. We got our Fluker buffet blend, our aquatic turtle buffet blend. Let's see if she comes over here and wants to see what I got inside this little can. What a character, though. She is so much fun to be around. I absolutely love her. And she came to me from my buddy Fred Grunwald, who you guys know also gave us the alligators and the caiman here inside of Cayman Creek. But here she comes, wandering over. Let's see what she does. The last thing she started to do was climbing up here, which is hysterical. She just started to climb up here. I gotta watch, make sure she doesn't get my finger. Whoa, there it is. Ooh, ooh, she almost got my finger. Oh my gosh, watch this, watch this. Look at, have you ever seen such a nutty little turtle? That is hysterical. Hey Margie, how you doing? So here's how I like to feed Marge, okay? I grab her by the back of her plastron. Now when you're dealing with common snappers or Florida snappers like this, you want to grab the back of their plastron to hold them. That's the safest way to grab them without hurting them. Never grab them by the tail, but watch this. We're gonna put her in, just tilt her head down and watch that. Now she got her grub. Super happy little turtle here. God, Marge, you are the most amazing one. Keep going. How much more can you fit in there? Go ahead. That's right. You got a big mouth. Okay, you ready? All right, let's put her up. Look at the... Wow, she swallowed it all. That is one fat and happy turtle. I've never had a turtle behave quite as turtle. Look at that fat little butt. She's gonna go in, she's gonna swallow, and then she'll come back. It really is incredible. she is a lunatic. And she won't even be done, guys. She will come back out and chase me around here in a little while. But I do adore her. And I think it's really cool that when you sometimes get certain animals, they just show you what they're all about. And they kind of endear themselves to you and they show you their personality. At least that's how it goes for me, you know? I know all the animals have personality, but some of us have bigger personalities than others. And Marge is definitely on that program. She is just so unique. And I wonder what it is. I don't know, you know, she didn't behave like this over at Fred's house many years ago. She lived in a pond with a few other snapping turtles. We had to fish her out, me and Brooke. And we got her out and I took this turtle, and ever since I put her here in Canaan Creek, she just really has come into her own. The other funny thing about Marge being a Florida snapping turtle is she's full grown. She is not going to get much bigger than that. That is a full grown female. She can lay eggs. If I had a male, they would breed. But she's just super interesting. And as you can see, she's quite happy here. She loves her little cave. This is the cave system. We got water running through here, and we've got rebar kind of placed in a square configuration to keep the caiman separated. So we've got Lucifer here, and we've got Sonny and Cher over there, and of course Marge can't fit through them. So Marge gets to walk around here. She walks up there with the Amazon spotted river turtles. There's one of the young ones we got from St. Augustine Alligator Farm, and a larger female behind that one. They have a lower pool, and then of course the top pool, which is deeper and has really cool properties. It's actually a filter for the entire system, which runs down into Sonny and Cher, the smooth front caiman habitat, where it is getting cleaned. Now, another interesting thing we've done here in Marge's habitat, I think it's almost, we call it Cayman Creek, but it's Marge's house, to be perfectly honest. But if you notice, all the little South American cichlids swimming around here, I'm sure you guys can see them. There are so many. Now, the ones in this bottom pool actually swim out into that section as well. So they can kind of swim between the two areas because they fit through the grading that I've created with Ed, the pond professor. And look at how many of these cichlids we have. They have just been doing fantastic. These are convict cichlids. We have some blue acara fish as well. But everyone is just active, really super warm. We got a manai coming out here. It's an ornate wood turtle from Central America. Rhino Clemmies manai. But it's Marge, guys. This video is about Marge. She is just an outstanding specimen. And why I'm so excited is because she's alive. Imagine getting news that this turtle would have been dead in a couple of months. The doctor did not even want to do any kind of surgery for fear that it would kill her. And I decided, well, I'm not going to just do surgery for the sake of doing it. She behaves normally. She eats normally. And she now, well, eats, I wouldn't say she eats normally, would you? She actually doesn't eat normally. She chases me down for food and then lets me put her whole body in the can, as you just saw. But she is a remarkable animal, and she's become one of the favorites here at Kamp Kenan. So many people ask about her. And if you go on over to our Instagram page, you'll see it's pinned at the top of my profile. You'll see just how funny she is. And she's become something of an ambassador for snapping turtles, because people usually think of snapping turtles as very defensive and or aggressive. I call it defensive because they're actually protecting themselves. And most of the time when they snap, they're out of water, not in their element, and they're very nervous. They're very nervous because, as you saw before, they have a very reduced plastron. They have their armpits and legs and everything are very exposed. That means that they are vulnerable to predation from larger animals if they got flipped over. So they protect themselves by burrowing in the mud and those snapping jaws. They just let everyone know, do not mess with me, because I have powerful jaws and a long neck, and I am willing to defend myself. certainly they'll defend themselves when they're out of water. In the water, they tend to be a little bit more comfortable with touching and moving around. They don't snap usually in the water, but she is just so cool. And the not alligator, what am I talking about? The Florida snapping turtles along their necks are going to have larger protrusions, those skin tags that come off their neck, those tubercles. They're much more pronounced than in the common snapping turtle from up north. But the common snappers tend to get larger. And the other cool thing is the snapping turtle as a species ranges from southern Canada all the way over to Nova Scotia, south through Maine, through the eastern United States, actually all the way west to just about the Rocky Mountains, and then south into northern South America. Isn't that incredible? They are all over North America, and they are truly one of our most incredible turtles. As she just disappeared into her little hide, she's decided I've got enough food, I'm going in, but everyone else is coming out. What do you say? Should I feed everybody else or what? I think so. It's always fun to see the other turtles, especially ones that are friendly, like this Podocnemus uniphilus, a very, very cool species as well. The yellow-spotted Amazon river turtle. Let's go ahead, throw some food out for everyone. That rhinoclemys loves that food. The curly tails love the food. Let's just get everyone happy. I love doing this. It's fun to come out here, but it's really just a lot of fun to see Marge because she's awesome. Awesome little turtle, and I love her. And oh, look at all the fish. Super happy fish here. We've got our Mexican musk turtles. Right there, there's the male coming on out. Hello there, friend. Good to see you again. And we've got a female also, plus we have some of them down in Sonny and Cher's section of Cayman Creek. But you can see up here, everyone doing their thing. We've got albino convict cichlids, regular convict cichlids, buacara. I did have some tetras in here, but they got eaten. They didn't last very long. It seems like the buacara and the convict cichlids are aggressive enough fish to reproduce quickly and to care for themselves. And I got them with my friend Paul Cafaro. He brought us down to the neighborhood fish store down in Miami. Really cool spot. And they've just been here now a couple of years, and they've bred like crazy. And I love having fish in these ecosystem ponds because we're trying to replicate a proper natural habitat. And you got to have fish and snails and all other kinds of aquatic life. Really, really psyched though. So the turtles are doing their thing up here. What do you say we get some more food and chuck it down below? See if we can get the star of this video back out again. I don't know. She tends to eat and then goes and has a sleep. Okay, we're just throwing the food in there. Weather has been appropriately Florida hot. It is warm out, and we are in the middle of the day. Well, yeah, a little bit afternoonish, but it's hot, let me tell you. I love the fact that our rhinoclemys are doing so well here. These guys are a really beautiful and attractive species that are found readily in captivity. And, oh, there she is, there's Marge. And they are semi-aquatic. They'll enter the water, shallow streams like this, and they'll wander around on land. They'll feed both on land and in water. And as you can see, Marge doesn't bother any of the other turtles. And if you're keeping snapping turtles, which, believe it or not, second turtle species I ever caught. I actually caught turtles at Kaler's Pond in East Moriches, New York, when I was a young lad in the 1980s, and the snapping turtle just was always the coolest one to me. They're so prehistoric looking, those long tails, really, really unique animals. I gotta wonder, where the heck is... Oh, look at this. Look at this. How about a caiman next to Chinese box turtle? I was wondering where you were, Lucifer. How you doing, buddy? Anyway, guys, it's just so cool. Snapping turtles were one of my favorite pet turtles. They actually tame up. You just gotta be careful when you hand feed them because they have those long necks, and you think they can't go any further, but they can, and you might get a finger. But generally, they are incredibly docile in captivity. They become really cool captives, and I've even seen I've even seen some that people can pick up and they hang out on your lap and just really, really friendly. But how about this rhinoclemys? Able to hang out with Marge without any issues. So cool. It's just awesome. I really do love her. She's an amazing animal. But more importantly, she is doing fantastic. I don't worry about her anymore. That large bulbous, I guess it was a tumor, I don't know, has fallen off. It would be amazing if her plastron would heal. And who knows? These guys have such incredible healing properties from living in swampy, muddy water that they're able to survive injuries that other animals and humans just couldn't possibly. I'm also noticing over here, a little bit of papyrus is growing back. I want to pull that out. The papyrus tends to be a very aggressive spreading plant, and it causes problems on these ecoscape ponds because the roots grow into the lining and kind of messes the lining up. So let's get rid of this. Nice and easy. I don't know if you guys remember, I had huge papyrus. I still have a couple more specimens that I'd like to get rid of, but it is a lot of work and it is warm and I don't feel like doing a lot of work at the moment. Look at this. Here's some papyrus growing off of this limestone. This is Florida capstone. This is pretty much what Florida is on, and it's made from dead sea creatures, friends. The limestone comes from just millions of years of seashells and sediment and sand kind of solidifying and fossilizing, and that's the cap rock that Florida is basically on. Here's one of our Mexican musks. Very happy days here. That's happening. Very good. Eat, eat, eat. I love to see you kids eating. There is a female. I don't know where she is. Up there she is over there. Look at her go. She's eating. I'd love to find babies of those too, by the way. She's eating some of our little stuff. How about, hi, what are you doing? Did I drop some food over there? You probably smell it. I'm just plucking some of these little weeds. I don't know. I'm here. Let's do it. And then we'll go and see what our girl's doing now. Cool. Anyway, why I wanted to show you the limestone is you can see small ferns, grasses, all kinds of stuff starts to grow on there because it collects soil. So over the years, more and more soil kind of collects on there, and then you have a lot of sediment on top of it. In some places in South Florida, you just can't dig because there is capstone underneath. Certainly down there in Miami. Look at this. Everyone's doing their thing. Whew, okay, well, how you like it? Margie, come over here. Are you eating all, she's eating all the food that's collected in the water in our little, whoa boy. Come on, whoa, look at her go. She'll eat chicks, she'll eat fingers. She loves me. She loves me. Hey Marge, say goodbye to everyone, will you? Come here, say goodbye. Say goodbye. There she is, everybody. I hope you enjoyed spending a little time with Marge. Go check out the Instagram videos. She is just amazing. Don't forget to follow us on patreon.com/Kamp Kenan for more content. We're also on Facebook. You'll love it. Lots of different videos popping up all over our social medias. So check it out, enjoy, and let's learn together about turtles, tortoises, snakes, lizards, and crocodilians. All right, Marge, keep being you. I love you, Marge. And thank you. I love you guys too. So have a fantastic day. Talk to you again real soon. Later.